This video is about way cool keyboarding for kids and creating lesson plans. I want to start by telling you a little bit about the thought process behind the lesson plans for our 3 programs. Musical Moments was the first program that we wrote and published, and along with it, I wrote and detailed lesson plans for Musical Moments Book 1 and Musical Moments Book 2. And the reason I did that was I knew there would be teachers just like you that would be interested in teaching beginning adults, but maybe had never had the experience of teaching in groups. And this actually applied to my own teachers too. So I wrote very detailed lesson plans to help you learn how to teach like this. And I continue to use those teachers' manuals even today with all of my new teachers. So when the kids program came along, I had already made up my mind that I was not going to write a real detailed lesson plan book for this book, but instead, throughout the kids book, I wrote as many helpful tips, teaching techniques, things that would help you know how to put your own lesson plan together. So as you read through the book, you'll notice they're everywhere, mainly at the bottom of the pages. But those words, I'm not writing those words for the children. I'm writing them for you, the teacher, so that you can write your own lesson plans. Okay, so one last thing I want to talk about before we get to the music. In the very front of the book, I put a teaching here called Playing and Learning Tips. This page is like super important to me because I think it's at the heart of group teaching. It's called Hear, Do, See, Label. It's a teaching philosophy. And it really dictates all of the lesson plans that we do. So please take a good look at this one, read through it, and actually you can give it a copy of this to your parents too. It will help them understand how their children are learning. Okay, let's look at 2 different examples of this. The first one that we're going to look at is A Mile in the Rain. A Mile in the Rain is on page 5 of the Kids Book 1. This is the 3rd song of the book. So they're just starting. They're still off staff, and all 3 songs have just featured the 3 black keys. The thing that's different about this one, when you look through the book, is this one the kids are doing a lot more finger changing and repeating and skipping for the first time. So that's the big deal. That's the big concept that I'm going to prepare them to succeed by doing little exercises before. Okay, so look at the bottom of the page and you see a nice little picture of an ear, and that says hear next to it. So the hear, do, see label, that's the first step. That's the hearing. Look what it says. Before playing, listen. Just listen to CD3. Follow the notes with your eyes. Then we'll do it again. We'll listen again, and then the kids will sing the finger numbers. So they can either do that at their pianos, or if you think it would be more effective, have them up here. I like to have them around me when I do things like this. And so we would have them come up. First time through, it's playing. I would play the piano also, but yet help them know where to look. Second time through, they're all around me, and they sing. Okay, the third thing that I might do, with them up around me, I would do arm piano. So I would tell them, take your right hand, put it on your left forearm, pretend this is your piano, and you're going to practice changing 4, 4, 3, 3, 4, 4, 2. And we do it with the music playing. Okay, you can also do it on the floor. You could use a table. But just giving them the opportunity to practice shifting fingers and repeating notes, it's really a big deal when they're first starting. It's a little bit tricky. So doing it away from the piano helps them be ready then to go to the piano to play the song. Okay, our second example that we have for you is chocolate cake, and it's on page 17 of the same book. And so this is farther into the book. The kids are on staff. They're playing hands together. They love this song. So let's talk about the process, the actual preparing them to learn so that by the time they get to the piano and playing hands together, it's a success. Okay, first thing that I would do, the piece before Chocolate Cake in their book is called Island Vacation, and it uses the 2 chord shells that are in the left hand of this piece. If you look at the piece, you can see it's got the C G and the B flat G. The piece before it was put there on purpose. You use it to introduce this song. So we have them do the Island Vacation one first, which they love to dance to. And then we say, okay, take your eyes across the page to Chocolate Cake. Let's look at the left hand. Look, it's the same thing. It uses the same chord shells, C, G, B flat, G. So right away, they can play the left hand. So that's what I do, just take and help them transfer what they learned in that page before to the new piece of music. Okay, so now they have the left hand down. Now look at the bottom of the page. You see that I looking at you there that says C? So this has to do with helping the kids learn how to read better, notice patterns, and identify direction that the right hand is doing. So look what it says. As you listen to CD 14, and CD 14 is piano only. You'll notice most of the songs have a piano only version, which would be just like you playing it or me playing it, and an orchestration version. So we're going to have them just listen to the piano only. They're going to watch the music, follow the right hand, and discover each time the notes step down, the notes stay the same, or the notes step up. So we actually do that before they start playing the right hand as well. So now they're familiar with it. And I would take then and put the recording back on, because again, we want to keep using their ear. Let them hear it. Let them feel the beat. Let them know what it feels like and sounds like. And they'll learn it much quicker. And so we put the music back on and they do just the right hand. Once everybody's pretty comfy with the right hand, we would do team play. Team play is a teaching technique where you say, okay, this side of the room, you play the left hand. This side of the room, you play the right hand. So they get to experience the whole song, but just themselves playing one part. Then you can switch parts. This song has a repeat, so I do that. I'll say, okay, first time through, you guys play the right, you guys play the left. When it does the repeat, we switch parts. So they get a chance to play both. Okay, let's take a listen to Chocolate Cake, and you'll see why the kids like this so well.